And good afternoon. This is Mark P, or known as The Hoff, and we're coming to you live from Abersoch in North Wales. Today I've got a special lady who has got lots and lots of miles under her belt. What does that mean? Well, she's flown around the globe, serving smiles at 30,000 feet. Now she helps people find inner peace without the turbulence. A former airline steward turned fitness guru, she's the only person who can correct your posture and tell you where the nearest exit is in an emergency. Buckle up, it's Elaine Norcross. Hi, Elaine.
Just laughing at the introduction. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, and welcome to Dunker's podcast.
Thank you.
You've brought a great day with you, and it's very typical of Abersoch at the moment, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It is, yeah. So we're here today really to sort of just talk about dunking generally, and obviously the first thing I've got to ask is when you started, but why, for goodness sake?
Well, I moved here just over 4 years ago, and I'd heard about the group on the main beach. I think, did you start in COVID?
We did.
So we were still in COVID, and I'd kind of thought about it. But my son, who surfs here, it was December. He said, "Mum, don't start now." He said, "It'll be just ridiculously cold. You need to kind of get yourself in to the climate of things, and maybe start next year, maybe March or April." Anyway, as it turned out, I finished up breaking my wrist, so I couldn't come when I anticipated to come. And then summer kicked in, and we had visitors, and we were out of COVID, and life was busy. So I think I started in the September.
Okay, so September 21, effectively.
Yeah.
And you've been dunking ever since?
Ever since. Yeah.
Regularly?
I mean, the only mornings I can't dunk are the mornings that I teach at the village hall. So I try and do at least 4 or 5 mornings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to come on to what you teach at the village hall in a minute, but what was your experience of that first dunk?
Well, the hardest thing was meeting a group of people that I didn't know. So I was a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I did find everybody so welcoming and friendly. So that kind of spurred me on. And I remember, even though it was September and I think we'd had a reasonable summer, I can't remember. I didn't expect to feel it. I didn't expect it to feel quite cold. I thought it was going to be warm, but it wasn't. But yeah, it was just exhilarating. You just felt wonderful being in the sea. We've got where we do it, especially, we've got the view of the 2 islands. So you tend to look ahead. And everybody's chatting in the water, and yeah, it was just fantastic.
Is that how you actually get in the water, by looking ahead?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Do you?
I take now, well, not now, obviously, but in winter, I have a routine where I look at the islands, I take a deep breath, and then I just sink into the water.
And that's it.
And scream, probably.
Yeah. I think there's a few screams, isn't there?
Yeah, lots of screams, yeah.
Absolutely. So you were saying that you do other things besides dunking. Obviously, you've got a busy life. I know we know each other quite well, and I know that you're always chasing around doing one thing and another. So just tell me a little bit about the fitness, because presumably the fitness stroke wellness, which are both your sort of your skills, there's got to be a connection with dunking, I guess.
Well, I've been coming to Abersoch for 37 years, I think now. We had a caravan on Fact Farm, Vark as the Welsh call it. And I was the one that always took the kids in the sea. I've been a fitness instructor since the age of 27. I had a break to go flying for 6.5 years. And then obviously since I left flying, in 2004, I trained in Pilates. So I've always loved activity, I suppose. So I've taught everything from aerobics to step to aqua, and then to train in Pilates was very special for me. And now I feel it's the best thing anybody can do.
Pilates.
Yeah, for strength, flexibility, and posture.
Do you think that's what, I mean, at 27, it sounds as though that's the absolute right age to get into fitness and then subsequently to teaching it. Did you always think you were going to be a teacher, or did you just take it up as?
No. I mean, my eldest son was born. My husband was working full time, and I wanted to do something, and I didn't know what to do. And I'd been to a local aerobic class, and I'd always loved dancing and music. And this woman, we became friends in the end. She was called Joyce Kelso. A lot of people will remember her. Unfortunately, she's not around now. She died about 2 years ago. And I remember coming away from the class thinking, I can do that. So the next minute, I'm on a exercise to music course and learning a little bit about choreography and aerobics and how to teach it. And the next, I've never looked back.
Brilliant. And did you do that? You're saying you're down in Abersoch for 37 years.
No, I'd never taught in Abersoch.
Okay.
Not then.
Okay.
It was in Saddleworth.
Okay.
So, where I lived. So I'd come here at weekends and just swim, snorkel, and we had friends with boats, but I never really taught here until I moved here.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I thought I was too old, because when I moved here, I'm 67, nearly 68 now, and I thought, classes won't take off with as I was thinking, somebody at my age. And then once we got rid of COVID, I just thought, I'll give it a chance. Hired Llanbedrog Hall, and the next minute I'm up and running, and I'm now at Abersoch Village Hall, and I absolutely love it. I can't believe that I didn't even think to do it.
Do you think that helped you get through COVID? Because I mean, COVID was a journey for all of us, all in our own different ways. Do you think that fitness and wellness and exercise was your sort of saving grace?
Yeah. I mean, even before we moved here, we had a full lockdown in Saddleworth, and I was really lucky to be furloughed. Mike was still working from home, but we set off walking every afternoon at 2:00 and didn't finish walking until 4:00. And we even saw some walks in Saddleworth that we didn't even know existed. So I think, I will always, no matter how old I am, I will always be the type that will go out for a walk or a swim or something.
You obviously sound very disciplined. Just harping back to dunking, do you think to be a dunker you've got to be disciplined?
Probably more so than anything, really. Just even the organisation in the morning, I'm not great at that. I forget something every morning. All the, thinking of everything you need. You have to be really disciplined, I think.
And when you were furloughed, what were you doing when you were furloughed? Was it a complete change from?
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough to get paid, which was a bonus, from the gym that I worked at. And so I used to we walked every afternoon, and every day I'd probably it's not easy exercising on your own, but I'd do it 20 minutes, half an hour. I started doing TikTok. I started doing like little bits of dances and silly things on TikTok, only out of boredom.
So you were the star of it, were you?
I used to make a few things up, or I'd copy somebody else who'd done a video. Mainly that was for my grandchildren.
Okay. Right. The grandchildren that are in Australia.
Yeah. So because I don't see them, it was just a good way of sending things to them.
Reminding them that grandma isn't over the hill yet by any means. No. So do you think that people should still be very mindful about keeping fit?
Massively.
Yeah. Is that a driver for you with your classes? Is that one of the themes that you're trying to get over to people?
Yeah. I mean, I say to everybody, somebody said it to me once, your body's like a car. If you leave it in the garage, it won't start. And I feel that's very similar to a body. I mean, I know a lot of people can't exercise because they've got ailments and different things, but I think age can make you stop doing things because you take longer to get out of a car after you've done a 3-hour journey. In the morning, you might shuffle to the toilet. So keep moving.
Yeah. And have you had... I mean, how would we have you had a transformative moment when you were either dunking or even when you were exercising? There's been something that has just said, changed your life, or this is something new, something that was really transformative?
Dunking.
Dunking.
Yeah.
Really?
Massive.
What was that? Do you remember?
I'd had a lot thrown at me over the years, and I'd been very, very ill with cancer and had to have chemo. So, to cut a long story short, I wasn't dealing with everything. So the doctor put me on antidepressants, which helped. They were like that's a bit like an anchor. Yeah, I don't what do you call it? Something that helped me a little.
Yeah.
And I think I'd only been dunking a couple of months, and I just thought I don't need these anymore. I could actually wean myself off these, and I did.
But you were reliant on them at this point.
Oh yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I'd tried coming off them before, and then gone back into anxiety and a little bit of depression, and people that have depression will understand. And I had tried coming off them again, and then the family or my friends, every time I came off them, would notice a change in me and say, "Get back on them."
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they haven't this time. So,
what do you think it was? Were you disengaging with them and the family, or was it for the people that don't really understand that? Yeah.
I think whatever the cold water does to you, I've tried to, I don't know the science, and I know we've talked about it in the water, haven't we?
We have, like the dopamine hits,
brown cells, I think whatever it does to your body helped me in that respect.
Right.
So,
and you weren't sort of frightened that this is just the start of something that you didn't really want to go down. You welcomed it effectively.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And what would you say to other people if do you think it's a remedy, not exactly a remedy, but a solution if you are depressed? Do you think you have to be down before you can get back up again with the help of water?
Yeah, I think it would help. You've got to want to do it. You've got to want to go in water. You've got to be able to swim. Not that we're staying long, but even so, I think it's not just the water. It's everything that the water does to you, how it makes you feel afterwards, after you've had your shower, in the afternoons, how it makes your body feel. But it's also, I think here as well, is the camaraderie.
Okay.
I didn't expect to meet new friends when I moved here, and they're a great group, as you know.
Yes. Yeah. So it is certainly where the cold meets the community, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the science will sort of maintain that you get a 250% increase in your dopamine if you have cold water immersion. Now, that's equivalent to taking cocaine. So it's cold water cocaine. That's what we're all on, Elaine.
Fantastic. That's why I feel all right.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if anybody is down, just tell them it's legal as well. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So have you tried any other type of dunking? Because the dunking can come in, we are obviously ocean dunkers.
Yeah.
But you've got urban dunkers who dunk in these big hot tubs, which look like, cold tubs, which look like dustbins upended. You've got shower dunkers.
Yeah. My son's friend in Australia opened up ice bath.
Okay.
Company, a place. So you walk in, you go through, you have you get changed, you go under a shower, you get in an ice bath, and then you go in a sauna, and then you go back in the ice bath, back in the sauna, and finish off in the ice bath. And apparently, I'd been dunking for quite a while before I went there, and it was a hot day, and he took me to this place, and I think it was 7 degrees. And I stayed in 7 minutes.
Did you?
Yeah. And I think my son and his friend were quite impressed.
Yeah. So what's the timing? Just figure me that timing.
That you say degree a minute, isn't it?
Yeah. It's I don't know whether it's just a colloquial sort of adaptation. I don't know whether, I think the great Wim Hof, who started this sort of revolution, or at least publicised the revolution, I think he poo-pooed it and said, well, if you stay in for 2 minutes, you'll always get the same sort of hit. But having stayed in for 7, I think the hit is different, don't you?
Oh yeah. I think you've got to be careful that you don't, in winter in particular, that you don't stay in longer, because you do start to feel okay, don't you?
You do.
And you can understand why it can be dangerous.
Yeah. So why do you feel okay when you've been in cold water for such a long time? Is that just the heat transfer from your core getting protected, your outer body?
I think the hardest bit in winter is getting in.
Yeah.
That can be quite painful. I remember thinking you feel like you're being actually, how did I explain it? Like needles all over your body, like zzz. But once you're in, you because you kind of, your mind is thinking, I've managed to do this and I'm in this cold water, that it's easy to just stay in, I think.
Right.
So I think it's great that our group in particular have a time and everybody out now.
There's a certain discipline. Yeah.
So
have you come across other things in life that made you sort of think, oh, gotta keep doing that, gotta keep doing that?
Lots of things, really. Skiing. I love skiing. Unfortunately, it's very expensive now and I'm getting a lot older, so whether I'll carry on that, I don't know. I think skiing is very exhilarating. Exercise, walking. I mean, we have some great walks around here. Life in general is good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good. And obviously nature plays quite a part because we live next to the ocean, which is we're very fortunate. But I guess nature is important to you because your well-being has been such an important part of your life since 27, 28 years old, isn't it? So do you ever go out and sort of mindfully do yoga, sitting in sort of somewhere solace in the middle of a wood? Or
I mean, funny enough, in Australia, I don't feel the same here. I don't feel you can go on a crowded beach and just start doing exercises for some reason. Whereas in Australia, when I go there every year to visit my son, everybody exercises on the beach. You'll just turn and see somebody doing something. So I do tend to do it in Australia. I'll go on the beach and before I go in the sea, I'll do 20 minutes of just either stretching or some core exercises or abdominal work or back work. So yeah.
And do you think, I'm really intrigued, the fact that you do that with again, discipline, but you don't do it over here?
No.
You could have
I'll go to a beach. I mean, Annabelle does yoga on the beach, doesn't she?
Of course.
I'll go and join that.
Right.
But yeah, I teach on the beach. I have taught on the beach with a group, but I wouldn't go and do it on my own.
Right.
I don't know why. I just wouldn't.
Okay. Well, there's some things that you can do on your own and some things you can't. Yeah. Well, that's good. So do you follow any sort of nutritional discipline as well?
That's where I'm really bad.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not good at all. I try and eat healthily, but I like my cakes. I like biscuits and I do like wine. So yeah, I think I'd be a lot lighter if I didn't, but hey ho, life's too short.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely it is. So you've gone in the water, you've enjoyed it because of the camaraderie and the company that we keep, and that's really fun. It's very reassuring, I think. It's especially for new people, the fact that there's other people there that are watching out for them, because it is important, that, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we get people who are on holiday here who join us and then comment, don't they, on how friendly everybody is.
Yes, yeah.
But I mean, how can you not be friendly when you're on the beach?
Yeah, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning, Elaine.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, a lot of my friends do think I'm mad.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think there is that while swimming or dunking, however form you take it, do you think there's that sort of enhances your connection with nature, or is that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I was paddleboarding the other day, and the size of the jellyfish are scary, massive. But it didn't stop me going in. It doesn't stop me going in dipping in the morning. I mean, I am looking out a little. I'm kind of looking round. And I think this morning Penny screamed and we all kind of moved to one side. But yeah, it doesn't put me off.
It doesn't at all?
No, which I'm shocked at, really.
Yeah. And so people who, their first dip, What do you think? What advice would you give them as a seasoned dipper and somebody who obviously understands people's well-being? What advice would you give them? Anybody who's listening to our pod and thinks, well, I've heard about it, but I just can't get there.
Yeah, I think you need the right equipment. You in the cold, your boots, your gloves. Make sure you've got, your dry robe. Well, dry robes are brilliant, aren't they? You can
Yeah.
just you can even undress and put that on if you haven't got. I know in winter we need extra stuff like jumpers and hats and stuff. So I think as long as you've got your equipment, stay near somebody, just in case you're. I mean, I think a few of us have kind of been with new people that have come in and taught them through it. And I have actually I've said, look at the islands.
Have you really?
Yeah. I've said, look at the islands and just take a deep breath and just calm down and just dip in.
So besides well-being and fitness, you're now mentoring.
I don't think so, but yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great that people can sort of connect like that.
Yeah.
And we are always on the lookout for anybody who's on their own. I think only this morning there was a new lady called Anne, and it was only her second time she'd ever dunked. And she lives around Abersoch, and she just came in, and I spoke to her on the beach and said, "Are you coming down? Because this is where we meet." And she said, and it made me sort of smile, but she said, "I think I'll do it on my own at the moment, Mark," she said, "because I just don't have the confidence to do it with everybody else." So,
and yet you shouldn't do it on your own, really, should you? But I mean, I suppose in summer when the beach is busy,
it is easier.
You get easier, but you certainly wouldn't do it in freezing water, would you, on your own?
No. Memorable moment have you got?
I've got lots actually, but I remember a wave hit me, and I came up, and I remember saying to Andy Teague was at the side of me asking if I was okay, and I said, "Oh my goodness," I said, "there's water in every orifice of me," and he made a joke. I don't think he's let me forget that,
hasn't he?
No.
Right.
You've got to be careful of the waves.
Yeah, you have. It's just got to be respectful of the water, I guess.
Well, I think since a couple of waves have taken me out, I'll say one thing now: I don't take my eyes off them if it's choppy.
Okay.
I never take my eyes off it now. If anything, I'll be the one shouting, "It's behind you," or "Jump," or "Move."
See, so looking out for others.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to flip back and say, because I know that you were in the airline business for quite a few years. Why did you do that? And why are you down here? Why are you still not flying?
Well, unfortunately, I worked for the airline for 6.5 years. It was something I'd always wanted to do, and I love travel. But I wanted to wait until my youngest child was 6. And unfortunately, by that stage, I was 40. And I didn't think I'd get a job, but I was lucky enough I got 2 offers at the time and finished up working for the airline that I did. Loved it. And because I was older, I think I did quite well. I got promoted pretty quickly. I loved every minute of it. But unfortunately, I got breast cancer. And had to have chemo and medication, and decided really it wasn't 35,000 feet, probably wasn't the best thing for my health at the time.
Right.
But they were very good to me, and I went part-time. So I kept going as long as I could, really.
You just held on to that.
Yeah. But I think I was getting, my energy levels weren't the same.
Really?
Yeah. So long flight, a Tenerife, for instance, 4 hours there, 4 hours back. Oh, and the turnaround and everything else. I was too tired after all the medication and the chemo. So in the end, I had to make the decision to leave.
Right.
Which was sad.
Yeah. And how did Mike feel about that?
I think he was quite relieved, really, because obviously, he realised how tired I was getting. So he was quite relieved. And then a friend of mine who worked at the gym that I had worked at before I went flying said, "Are you coming back into the fitness industry?" And again, I felt I didn't want to jump about like a maniac anymore. So a friend of ours who was a physio said, why don't you train as a Pilates instructor? And that's where we are now.
Okay. Yeah, full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full circle. That's great. So what advice would you give to somebody, say, about just clothing, about what they should wear when they were dunking? It's always good to ask.
Yeah, I did in winter. I did treat myself to some wetsuit leggings, because to get a wetsuit on and off is difficult. And I think when it's really cold, you have to get undressed extremely quickly. So I found wetsuit leggings are great. You need your boots. You certainly need your gloves, and a rash guard for me is enough, because it just
rash guard.
Yeah, like a long sleeve top in winter, because it doesn't make you feel warmer or anything. I think psychologically it helps with the cold. Whereas I know some people wear the wetsuit tops, don't they?
They do, yeah.
And then a woolly hat.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, it's the getting out, I think, is the hardest. That to quickly get dressed. Whereas now in summer, it's a breeze.
It is. You
just come out and put your top on, your little toweling thing on, and you're done. Yeah,
I think, to use your word, I think the negative of living in the ocean or next to the ocean is the breeze. It's the wind, as much as the cold water, isn't it?
Yeah. Because in winter I do get really dry facial skin, and I think it's coming out of the water and the cold air on your face.
How do you compensate for that?
Somebody recommended that I actually put like a barrier cream on first, and I started doing that near the end of this winter.
Okay, before you actually go dunking.
Yeah,
and it obviously works.
It helps.
Yeah. So you don't do there is one dunker that we have, Michelle, and I don't think we've ever seen her without her lipstick on. So you sort of stop at barrier cream, will you?
Yeah.
But is there anything else that you would sort of suggest, especially to ladies who
the hot water bottle? A must.
What, the hot water bottle?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Well, when you come out of the water in the cold, you just literally pour the hot water bottle over you, and then you can take your tops off, obviously, and then pour the hot water bottle over you, and then quickly rub yourself dry as you can get before you put your tops on in your dry robe. And that, I think we all do that, don't we?
Yeah.
I even take a hot water bottle now.
Do you?
But that's mainly now just to rinse my shoes.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because sand gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Elaine. We have we've got a reputation in a way, wrong word, not reputation, a bit of a sort of an idea that after all podcasts, we ask our guests to give us a question, and the question we'll ask you off air for the next guest. They don't know, so you get landed with it. So the one that we've got for yourself is, what's your signature move when life completely derails?
My signature move when life derails. I think I'd say I get in if I'm in the car, if I'm driving anywhere, I put music on full blast and sing.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Or in the house. Put music on and sing at the top of my voice when I'm feeling quite low.
And we'll probably hear it because you don't live too far from here. Thank you once again. And we'll look forward to having you on again on the Dunkers podcast.
Thank you very much.